Hi guys, on this snowy day. We're going to talk about circles in this next unit. And Alpha kids, you have your book. The Bravo kids don't yet, so we're just going to keep it simple for today. We're going to get some basic vocab for circles. When we talk about circles, circles have a very specific definition. And what we say is that a circle is the set of all points that are, this word we use, equidistant. And equidistant means what it sounds like, an equal distance from a given point. So the point they give us in this picture is this point A, and we're looking for all of the points that are an equal distance away from A. Well, those points happen to form a circle, right? This distance is the same as this distance, and the same as this distance, and the same as this distance, and the same as this distance. All of those distances around are the set of points that form that circle, okay? If they're not all the same distance away, it's not a circle. If I gave you this point and made a shape like this, these points are not the same distance away. The points that lie on that squiggly thing are not the same distance away from that center point. So that's our new vocab word, equidistant, and equal distance away. We have three different ways we measure circles. We talk about their sizes. One way is called with the radius, and the radius is the distance from that center of the circle out to a point on the circle. That's called the radius, and they used R here for radius. Then we talk about if we have the distance all the way across the circle through the center, and that's important, that diameter is what we call that, the diameter, the diameter. It has to go through the center of the circle. If I drew a segment that looked like this, that goes through the circle, but it doesn't go through the center of the circle, that's not a diameter. We have another name for that. I think it's called a secant. And then we can also, if we wanted to measure our circle, we could measure the length around the circle, so kind of around a wagon wheel. How far is it if we walked around the edge of that circle? And that distance has a name as well. We call that the circumference. circumference is called the circumference. Okay, so a diameter, a radius, and a circumference. One thing we can note here, a diameter is equal to two radiuses. This radius and this radius, they're all the same length. So radius and radius, two radii, we call them, the plural is radii, make up the diameter. Just a note about naming radius and diameter, we name them with 2 points. So if that center point is called O and maybe this point is called P, we would name that radius either as PO or OP. That diameter also would be named with 2 letters, so maybe this is T and this point is S, and we would name it either ST or TS. Okay, so line segments we name with 2 letters. There's no real name for that circumference. We just call it the circumference. All right, and that's it. So finish the next couple of screens, and then you're finished.